I'm Stefanie Mosca, and we're here in Austin, Texas at IT Expo West 2011. And I'm joined today by Jim Carlson, CEO of Carlson Wireless. Jim, thank you for being here today.
Thank you for inviting me.
Could you tell us a little bit about what the company does?
Our company provides a series of wireless products to allow communication with wireless internet service providers and also public safety folks to be able to basically link up from areas that just doesn't pay to have a cable or wired solutions. And we've been in this business since 1997 doing that.
Great. And you have brought some pretty exciting news to the show this week.
Right. For the first time that I know of, we're able to demonstrate and show a TV whitespace database provider and a device company, and how that interface works in detail, back and forth, where we provide, our radio provides a longitude and latitude in a type of device it is to the database company, and then over the internet the database company then tells us what channels can be used, what powers can be used in those channels.
And you're also invoking on a new Generation 2 design.
Right. I mean, we've spent the last year pretty much in doing some field trials and some kind of a learning experiences where we found out areas that we could improve, or areas that the customers really have a need for, and so we're working on our Generation 2 products now that will double our bandwidth, allow for some much lower power consumption for solar powerability, and also improve the network speeds for the individual customers.
Great. And what can you tell us about what's going on in the super Wi-Fi and white space space right now?
Okay. Well, this summit, that section of the show right here, has had packed rooms all day yesterday and today for seminars where people have talked about from all over globally the trials and what they've learned. They've talked about the challenges from a regulatory standpoint, and they've talked about
what are those challenges?
For instance, we've got, in the U.S. we have congressional discussion on auctioning off the spectrum to a couple of private carriers for use in additional handheld wireless products. But if one takes a look at what's occurred the last 15 years with Wi-Fi and what it does for you and how you're using it, that has a much greater effect than us paying down, $8 billion on our deficit, to society. We estimated this at a $50 to $100 billion market alone, and in the value that it provides. Where, think about the Wi-Fi that you're using now, and if you could go 3 to 6 times the distances and you had double the bandwidth,
right,
what does that do for everybody here? And so internationally, it's a no-brainer. But here we've got some political, sort of thoughts on, basically the two carriers, AT&T and Verizon have an opportunity to buy this spectrum and privately own it, but we think it should be publicly owned.
And where do you see it moving in the near future?
What we believe is going to that the public's interest will hold here, and that we will basically be able to get these devices in place where rural areas that, let's just give an example of Native American tribal zones where the need for medical care in the homes, and the need for distance learning, the need for providing internet for the cottage industries that reside there, is a much greater value in these rural areas for these folks, and we just can't pass that up for more, unused, cellular bandwidth.
Okay, great. And is there anything specific we can expect from Carlson Wireless in the near future?
We're close to the, I think, also an announcement of an excellent global partnership with a strong player, and basically I think that in the fall of this year, or the end, our Generation 2 product will be out, and we'll be participating in some additional trials and some implementations.
Great. Well, best of luck with that. Jim, thank you for being here today, and enjoy the rest of the show.
Yeah, thank you for inviting me.